Are you guys running out of storage in your Google Drive suite, which only allows 15 gigabytes of storage? Do you guys wish that you guys had some sort of way to have infinite storage for free? Well, we can actually exploit Docker Hub's loose storage requirements and store whatever we want, however much we want, for free. And here's an image I stored there as well. Let's begin. So first we're just write touch Docker file, and then inside of that Docker file we will write from Python colon 3.11 dash slim, and then we will set our working directory to /app, and it doesn't really matter what you set it to, and then we will copy a folder that we will make later called /uploads, and we'll copy it into dot, which is just a shorter way of writing /app. And then for our last line that will run, we will write cmd and python 3-m http.server, and this will allow us to easily view the files that we have in our directories. And we will make this run on port 8000, and we will also expose the port 8000. Okay, so I just copied a large text file, and it's a gigabyte in size, you can see right there, and I'm going to make an uploads folder by just typing in make directory mkdir uploads, and then I will move the large text file into the uploads folder. And then after that we can just build the Docker file by using docker build.-t and a name, whatever you want to call it. I'm calling it save files, and I will wait for it to build. It'll take a little bit of time to build, so I'll come back. So while that builds, make a Docker Hub account and then go to repositories, then click create repository, and then call whatever you want. I'm calling it infinite storage. If I can type it correctly, that would be great. And then you want to make it private because you don't want anybody to be able to see what you are putting in. And then you want to go back to your terminal and then just type docker login and type in your login information that I asked for. Okay, so this is where it gets cool. So just type in docker images, and that's the image that we just made, and we want to push that. So first we will tag it by just typing in docker tag and then copying the docker ID, and then going into our repository, copying the repository name and pasting that in there, and then just put the colon and then the tag, so which is save files. Okay, so now we want to push it, so we will type in docker push and then just exactly that, and then just copy and paste, and it'll go ahead and push it. It takes a bit of time to push because it's a gigabyte of data, but once it is pushed, we will see that on Docker Hub, and when we refresh it, our image that we just pushed will be there. So it's right there. And if you want, you can also just remove the uploads folder so you don't store any of your big files locally. So here I'm doing that. I'm just typing in arm-rf uploads. This will recursively forcefully delete everything in the uploads folder, so make sure before you type this in you mean what you type in, because it does not ask you whether or not you want to do this. Okay, so now I'm just going to type in docker pull and then the repo directory and our tag. So this will actually pull our image for us, and we will see that it's just about a pull. You see pulled right there. This is actually my second time pulling, that's why I pulled very fast, but for you it may take a little bit longer. You can see that the size is a gigabyte because I just put in a gigabyte of data in there. So if I just run the image using docker run -p 8000:8000, and then the image ID, and you see it's running right there. And then if I go here, type in localhost colon 8000, you can see that our file is right there, even though we do not locally store it. And that is a gigabyte of free storage that we just did.